The video is in two sections, how my build went and my thoughts on the league itself. My build this week was Arty Ballista Deadeye. So far I'm in red maps and it's great. The biggest drawbacks are my low defenses and my general vulnerability to anything that slows, shocks, or deals damage over time. All my gear needs to be improved before I could call this good or bad on a conceptual level, but I feel the character is good. I'll be sticking with it until I find a unique I can't ignore building around. So this league, man, where do I start? The firestorm associated with endgame grinding is hard to ignore. Watching 6 people invest a ton of currency and only barely make profit because they got lucky is wild. Now the iron is still hot, the dust hasn't settled, and I won't talk about the future because I don't know. It could be the greatest move in gaming or a wasted experiment, but the only information I have now is the leak mechanic is very boring. Lake of Calandria is just gray hallways and hexagons for miles, and the background, dude. It would have been sick if they reflected what you were doing, but reflections are just so expensive in a fucking computer that it would have wasted so many resources and no one would have been allowed to play it. As it is now, it's just kind of a nothing look. I know it's a background, but like, come on. I like the story. Unfortunately, I had to go back and read it on a wiki because I was playing with a friend. I didn't want to just sit there and read a book while we were playing a video game. But man, what a debut for Calandria. A figure in the lore so elusive, yet so present. Her copies of uniques blanketing Ray Glass, but her only mirror revealed to just a few people every league. And when we do visit her, it's just a sad gray prison. And final thoughts. Arch Nemesis monsters are strong, but you knew that already. I think the reward combining of rares is great, and it brings Arch Nemesis League mechanic back spiritually through Tane, which is really clever. It's a fun revamp of his monster mash without directly buffing him. These changes are interesting. I feel it's a four-way tug of war between the time they have to develop, the amount of work they can realistically put into the game, the expectations of people playing, and most importantly, where they want the game to end up. Eventually something's gonna fail, and this league it was player expectations. But like any game, I'll stop playing when I stop having fun. And so far, I'm vibing. The Warhammer 3 update looking sick though.